weatherman. Now let's see if it gets to 20 degrees today. Barbara and I are both on that one, and I think we're going to get there too. It's Thursday, May 18th, and our guests have finally made it to May 18th. They've been up all night waiting for this. I feel sorry for them, I really do. So let me do this first.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107fm. Got to welcome along everybody that's watching on Facebook Live this morning. So very, very happy to have you. I really, really am. If you're a first time watcher, viewer, listener, well, let me just say welcome. Nice to have you. Why not do this? Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Bell notifications when we have important people, much like today's guest, and believe me, or guests, let's put it this way, WoodBurnt Red out of the UK are joining us, and believe me, you're going to love them. You really, really are. Sub, well, why not subscribe? Become part of the family. We call it the noise. We do here at Galaxy because it's growing exponentially every day. It's getting louder and louder and louder. You guys, you really do. Let me know who you like, who you dislike, and everything in between. You really do. So I welcome that. I really do. Thumb, you know what to do with that, right? Like us. Lots. Get epileptic with it. Just, yeah, you know what I mean. In the meantime, yes, you're right here at Galaxy. And today we're talking to Tom and to Eddie. I think it's Tom Franklin from the Midwestland Franklins, by the way. Yes, it is. And Eddie Baldwin, I'm not sure if he's any relation to Alec, but we'll find out. Here is WoodBurnt Red, and all I need is you. So that gives us a couple of minutes. Gentlemen, how's it going?
Oh, very well, mate. Very well, man.
Nice, nice. No relation to Alec, is it, Eddie?
I wish. No. Not that I know of.
Fair enough. Nick Blues is watching. So there you go. Heartland Roots Band from Leicester in the house. Nice to have you. He's also said to me that he's from the Midwestlands as well. Okay, very cool. Got some really, really cool questions for you, but I will let you know, I like to throw in a bit of humour with this as well, okay? So if you need a psychiatrist afterwards, I have one that makes Skype calls. I do. I really do. Yeah. Her name's Randy, by the way.
She's an artist.
She's also an artist as well, but that's what her day job is. Chris Andreas is watching, coming out of Vancouver. Hello, brother man. Nice to have you. E. Wolfgang de Brett. Hey, buddy. Over there in Raglan in New Zealand. Nice to have you on board on the west side of the North Island. And Nick Blues, good morning. Barbara, DJ Grant, Tom and Eddie, the noise worldwide. Erica Garlanty, Dablilo. Sorry, I tongue twisted on that one, but nice to have you on board, Erica. Today we're talking to, of course, Eddie and Tom from the band, yes, WoodBurnt Red, and I've got a question for them about their name, everything like that, so believe me, you'll be right in there. I got to let you know, I got a friend of mine, we live in this little town in between three major cities, right? It's a former milling town where they closed down the mill, and one of my friends in town is actually the local chemist, right? His name's Michael, and I usually go down and spend an hour or so down with Mike, you know, just to get a break here at lunchtime to go and just get away from the place. You know what I mean? So I usually go and hang out with Mike down at the chemist. And for the last week, this guy's been coming in and he's been going up to Mike going, "Can I have a packet of condoms, please?"
Oh, no.
Right? And we're looking at each other. He gets a packet of condoms and he starts laughing his ass off and walks out the door. He's just maniacal. 4 days this went on, and finally Mike says to his little assistant behind the counter, "Follow him, I want to find out what's going on here." Right? So she heads off. About 20 minutes later she comes back in laughing her ass off, and I'm looking at Mike, Mike's looking at me, and he goes, "Well, what happened? Did you follow him?" She goes, "Yeah, I followed him." Well, where'd he go? She goes, your place.
Brilliant. Yeah. I'm trying to remember that one.
It's okay, it's on film, you'll be able to get it. We'll give you a copy of everything we do today.
Funny, isn't he?
Hang in there after this too, by the way, because you'll get some backstage photos, stuff like that.
Friend.
Barbara puts it all into a movie,
I know.
and you'll get a copy of that as well.
I've known you for a long
I
time.
usually tell people to show it to people they don't like.
Here we go.
Frank Blair is watching. Hello, Frank. Nice to have you back, my friend. It really is.
Galaxy 107fm. Hello.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Today we're talking to Tom and to Eddie from the band WoodBurnt Red, and it's such a pleasure to be over in the West Midlands in the UK. Well, this morning I found out what the meaning of propaganda meant. It's an Englishman taking a good look at something.
Propaganda.
There you go.
Is it?
Karen Humpage is joining us as well. Nice to have you on board, Karen. It really, really is. And believe me, I'm really, really fascinated, guys. First of all, I got to ask you, WoodBurnt Red, where did the name come from?
Guilty as charged. I'm a rather large barbecue enthusiast. So I've got many barbecues, different smokers. So I wanted something to relate to that with the band name. Obviously being modern country, southern rock and that, I thought it was all quite fitting. So we came up with WoodBurnt Red, which is charcoal.
That's fantastic. Really, I kind of figured it might have been something like that. I was thinking more like a bonfire kind of deal. You know, you get around it at night time, have a few, and just cruise off and watch the stars and stuff like that. You never know. And sooner or later you might trip over your wife. It happens. It happens. It has happened. Yeah, it does happen. So, tell me all about All I Need Is You, because this is a fantastic track. Also, it's your first one, isn't it? This is your first release track, isn't it?
Yeah.
Debut. Debut single, yeah.
Yeah, we've had, it's been amazing. We never expected it to take off the way it did. I mean, I think it's like over 120,000 views now. It's just, which has blown our minds, yeah. Yeah, so it was, it's a track I wrote back in lockdown. It was the first one I actually wrote for the band as an original. So it had to be the first release for us, and it was about moving from where we were, me and my wife and my kids and the dogs, trying to find a better place for ourselves, somewhere that was, almost like paradise, and we've done that.
You know, I kind of get that. In lockdown, well, what a wonderful time that was. Believe me, I had a lot of fun doing a lot of stuff there, because bands were not working per se. I mean, they were writing, they were carrying on, everything like that, but they weren't really getting, on stage and doing big concerts like we used to do. So they found us, and before you know it, we're starting to blow up like crazy everywhere. It was the silver lining for us. Only problem with that is we also do concerts and stuff as well, which we lost a heck of a lot of our staff. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
2 years is a long time to go without paying anybody. So it was just one of those things. Having said that, got to ask you, and Shona coming out of North Carolina is asking, how do we get hold of you as a fan? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? Are you a, Twitter? Are you a talker? But more importantly, do you respond?
We do.
We do.
We do. We've had, there's been a couple of people that have been in touch through our Facebook pages, and we've been speaking to them privately and things like that. We think it's real important to be in contact with people that support our music. It means a lot to us. It means the world to us. We wouldn't be anywhere without them, and we've got to keep on going and keep pushing. So yeah, with the fans and that, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. I think we're on Twitter now.
We're on Twitter, I believe, and we are in talks about going down the TikTok route. Yeah, we'll see about that one.
It can be a dangerous place.
It can be a very dangerous place, especially for us.
Hey, somebody invited me to get on the dark web the other day. You don't want me there. You really don't want me there. Believe me, it's your safe haven. Just keep it protected. Believe me, you don't want me in there. Andy Lindquist is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Andy. And Kim Verrill also. And Karen Humpage. Nice to have you on board. It really, really is. Absolutely fascinated with this band right now. And I got to know, now, a lot of people have said to me, are these Americans? And I went, no, they're not. They're not. There are 3 people that come out of the UK and 1 that comes out of Zimbabwe.
That's correct, yeah.
Correct, yeah.
How the heck did that happen?
So we first and foremost, we're all mates. We've been mates for, not necessarily together as mates for years, but I've known these boys, oh God, almost 20 years each. So I went to school with Russ, who's from Zimbabwe. He came over when he was 12. Joined us at high school many years ago, and we became thick as thieves instantly and started playing music in different bands throughout the years together. And then this guy from school as well.
I was in the year above.
Yeah.
I've been in a few different bands. Very, very similar patches and very similar music interests as well. So we've been kind of on a journey together and managed to kind of link up really 4 years ago, and it's been.
And then I've known Seb, the lead guitarist, as well through other bands and that, and it was just about, we found this common ground of loving country, which was, not huge over here, so it was never really spoken about. And I've always wanted to write, and Russ, the bassist, said, you really got to do it now. You've got to start writing the country and put the band together. So we did, and here we are.
Well, guys, I got to be honest with you. I'm always fascinated about people that hang out together that used to go to school and they make bands and they make success and everything. Believe me, I've got a whole town that won't admit that I came from there. I do. Literally, I was kicked out of town when I was younger and told never to come back, to be honest. True story. It really is. But believe me, none of my...
Glad you did.
Oh, it's a real story, I'll let you know. But believe me, even my schoolmates just don't know who that is. You know what I mean? Literally, so congratulations. Got to ask you though, who's the bloody redneck?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a tough one. Go on, I'll let you explain the story.
Right, well, I basically had a bit of a dream, and I woke up in the morning and I messaged Frank straight away, and I said, I've just had the most vivid dream.
That's me, by the way.
Sorry,
The boys
this is
call me
very
Frank.
confusing. We always called him Frank, but it's Tom. I rang Tom straight away in the morning. I said I had this really vivid dream that we'd written a hit record about being a redneck, but being stuck in an English, like being an English boy, And that's where I handed over to him really, and he wrote the song that we now have. But
yeah, but as I was
from
that dream, but as I was writing it, we sort of realised how true it was to us.
Yeah,
we are in the UK, but we're in the UK countryside. We are the British version of country ourselves. So although it doesn't come with the term redneck, it's very much us. And why hide it now? Why not show it?
Well, I can let you know, so far it is your most requested track here at Galaxy. We're practically playing it on the breakfast show almost every morning, and you're at
Amazing.
currently you're at 2,753 requests for it, and it's going to go up again tomorrow. Believe me, it really is. So, ladies and gentlemen, here joining us live is Tom Frank and Eddie from the band WoodBurnt Red. You're right, here at Galaxy. Good morning. How you feeling, guys? You okay?
Yeah, good.
Jabla Jabla is in the house. Nice to have you on board, brother man. Here's something you might be interested in. We're in a country sort of area in between three major cities. Barbara, in fact, has her own farm.
Oh, I sent him some.
You know what I mean? She's got
photos
sheep
of
and stuff like that. Whereas I usually have cows out the back of my
fine.
paddocks and stuff like that at home. And I was doing a bit of a clean up, and we were doing a big burn off, controlled burn off. And my mate rings up and he goes, "Grant, you want to come over and have a beer and, you know, pick us up and we'll have some fun?" I went, yeah, sure, no problem. So I went over to his place. And he's sitting there going, "Listen, I've got to go into town. On your way over, do you want to go into town and we'll have a few beers?" And I went, "Yeah, well, I'll meet you in town, all right?" So he gets into the town. I decide, bugger it, I'm all filthy, I better go and have a bath or a shower or something, clean up before I go into town. And I did that, got all dressed up, went into town, and this old lady is looking at me as I'm walking through town. And I sort of smiled at her and I went, "Here we go again, an old lady." Right? Literally. And she comes saucering up to me and she goes, "Sonny, did you wash your face this morning with imperial leather? And I went, "Yeah, I did. Can you smell it?" She goes, "No, you got the sticker on your forehead."
We do appreciate a good bad joke, and that is fantastic.
Well, okay, we'll try this one. Are either of you guys vegans? No? No?
Whiskey. No.
You're meatahologists like me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Have you ever tried a vegan sausage?
No.
I ask everybody this simply because I want to know if they're made of real vegans or not. I mean, seriously, I was upset when I found out Girl Guide biscuits weren't made of Girl Guide. You know, the thing, and I'm going to be honest with you here, Johnson & Johnson will not return my phone calls, my emails, my texts, nothing. I just simply ask how many babies goes in a bottle.
Oh, you'll kill us off, man. You'll kill us off.
Too early for this.
Yeah, they won't be able to go to sleep because, you know.
You won't be able to.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they've got Horlicks, I'm
It's
sure of it.
quarter to 1 in the morning in England.
Quarter to 1 in the morning. We've got one more song to do and they will survive. I promise they will. Here we go.
Galaxy 107fm.
JD and Kat is joining us as well, and believe me, bro, you might be able to relate to this. Ever had an earworm? Yeah, believe me, we are going to catch up in the near future, and I'm going to tell you all about that one. You'll understand, you will. Now, having said that, I'm joined today by Tom Franklin and Eddie Baldwin of the band WoodBurnt Red. Now, guys, as an engineer, now I've been an engineer for almost 40 years and I've worked with some of the best bands in the world. I really, really have, not only in studio but also as a front of house engineer as well. And every now and again I get handed a band or find a band myself that just takes my interest. Now, I got to admit, the first song I heard of you was Redneck. And I thought, well, you know, I want to know more. So tell me, where are you getting this recorded? Is it in a personal studio, or are you going to a professional studio?
Ready?
We're really, really lucky to have an amazing studio just up the road to us called Vale Studios. That's in Worcestershire. And they've had some really big artists play there. You know, Codeline and the 1975s also recorded there.
Death Havana as well.
Death Havana.
Yeah, we've got some of the big names through there.
Yeah, so, and the place is just amazing.
It's an old manor house. It's an old manor house in a like proper quaint little village just outside of Evesham. And it's all old school and old mics. You know, they've even got the old desk setups. They've got analog in there if you wish to use it. But it's just such a cool vibe.
Yeah, believe me, my friends, I don't listen to music as a fan would listen to it. I'm more like the engineer. I try and break it down and figure out how it's structured, where things have been going in and out, and, you know, the equipment that's being used as well. Sometimes you can hear that valve sound, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And record it onto DAT and stuff like that way back in the day compared to all the digital stuff you get today. So believe me, I do listen intently, and I thought this is a little different. This has been recorded a little old school, to be honest. They had that feel about it, that, you know, it's like you bite into something, it just takes your memory right on back to the first time, you know, and that's what that sounded like to me. So I got to congratulate you.
That's the vibe that we were wanting to go for.
Yeah,
happy
definitely.
days, happy days.
Believe me, absolutely loved it. Now, we played The Hills a couple of times, didn't say anything, all right? Just didn't say anything, just put it on, played it, see how it turns out. Blew up our internet.
Oh, brilliant.
Literally,
Absolutely fantastic.
literally, and believe me, our young receptionist came in and she goes, Grant, what the heck have you just done? I went,
Oh, that's made our night.
Amazing.
yeah, I just said to her, I played a song. She goes, did you say anything? I said, no. She goes, that'll be why. And I went, why? And she goes, believe me, we've just nosed up our system. Everybody wants to know who, what, when, where, and how. So, tell me about The Hills.
Okay, this is a quite a meaningful song to us. So the majority of us live in Malvern, which is famous over here for the Malvern Hills, the hill range there. It's an absolute stunning place. And again, going back to the likes of lockdown, in that it was pivotal to us, and being able to, you know, when you're allowed to go out for a walk, that's where everyone went. And I wanted to, back when I was a kid, I wanted to do the Appalachian Mountain Trail. And I thought, why would I go all that way to do that when I've got this incredible, which is almost like a mountain range here. And every time you go up there, you can find a new route. You can just get lost. You know, it's somewhere that is peaceful, tranquil, gives you clarity, clears your head. You can have fun up there. You can find yourself. It really does. It means the world to all of us. I mean, Russ lived in one for quite a long time of his life as well. So it really is the centre of all of us,
relate
isn't
to
it?
it,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well,
So that's
I got
homage to our home.
You know something, I get that, and believe me, I'm a big endorser as well, being here in New Zealand. See your backyard before you go away, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Your best OE is the one that happens right here.
That's it. You got it.
Exactly.
I completely understand that. Country music social media is in the house. Believe me, you guys are fantastic. You do such a good job. Very, very happy to have you guys with us. It really is a pleasure. Now, got to ask you, literally, with your online stuff, I've got a young lady whose name is Maria. She's coming out of Palermo, Italy. She's asking, how do I get hold of merch? Do you have a merch store? Are you online? Can I go and
It's
buy it?
coming. It is coming. We've just actually, we've got some hoodies on the way. WBR, so stand up or do it 12, Frank. Do it 12, Frank. Yeah.
I love that. That's nice.
So we're trying a few different things, trying to get them right, and it's cost effective for people as well. We don't want to rip people off. We want to give them value for money. But we've got a few festivals coming up. So we've got Buckle and Boots coming up next week, which is going to be huge for us. It's a massive UK country festival, especially for UK country artists as well. We're playing the BCMA Fan Fest in July, and also the Upton Blues Festival down on the Swan stage down by the river. So that we want to get merch for those anyway. So I think we're going to trial some out at Buckle and Boots, see how that goes, see what people's thoughts are, and then hopefully they'll be online very soon.
Posted around the world.
You're going to have to send me a couple, literally, because when I do these interviews, not only are people watching the interview, but they're on the interwebby thing, having a look at your merch store, and you never know, you might sell a few guitar picks, a few koozies, some T-shirts, a couple of caps, you know. I've even had one person buy a guitar while they've been online doing it, so believe me.
Send us your sizes and we'll send you over a couple of these T-shirts. I've got a feeling, Grant, you're going to love the T-shirt design that is coming out currently. I will say no more. Definitely. Just wait for the surprise.
I'm loving it, I am too. And by the way, this is one of your countrymen as well.
Yeah.
Yep, you know what I mean? So, and what a great band that is. Having said that, let's get on with it. Here is WoodBurnt Red and the Hills.
I don't have enough whiskey.
Oh, Troy Tipton.
Have you guys ever been a cartoon before?
Hi, JB.
No.
No?
Franco.
Well, not that I'm aware of.
Oh, well, you're going to be now, unfortunately.
Amazing.
But Barbara puts all of what we do together into a movie, if you know what I mean. And she kind of makes some cartoons out of some of the stuff as well, which is really cool.
Oh, brilliant. I look forward to seeing that.
Troy Tipton is joining us. Hello, brother man. Nice to have you back, my friend. It is.
And JB Striker
and
from
JB
Living
Striker's
Room
in the
Rockstars.
house. Hello, my friend.
Yeah.
Looking forward to new music from you guys. I've heard it's coming. Bo Gregory is also joining us. Welcome back, my friend. It is an absolute pleasure to have you. This is the last interview for the week, Barbara.
Yeah.
Wow, I won't know what to do with myself
We
tomorrow.
can go and watch the wrestling afterwards.
Go and watch the wrestling afterwards. What a good idea. Yeah. I like watching men with no pants on fight over a belt. Well, it's true. Yeah, it is. Oh, dear.
Wow.
So, do you guys remember William Shatner?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Captain Kirk, all of that. I see in the news this morning, being a Canadian in the news this morning, his government has required him to remove his lingerie line.
Go on.
Yeah, apparently Shatner Panties isn't a good name.
These guys won't be able to go to bed.
Oh,
yet.
very good.
I mean, it's what?
Oh, they'll just have to drink more and get over it.
It's nearly 1 o'clock. 1 a.m.
It's going on 1 o'clock in the morning over there.
Yeah.
But they're musicians. I mean, they don't go to bed before bloody daylight, do they?
Oh, they do. They're not.
Oh, that's right. They've got day
other
jobs as well.
Yeah.
Right, of course. Yeah. Plumber and Sparky.
No.
Heating engineer, overhead linesman, yeah.
Right, okay, well...
Or plumber and Sparky for sure.
yeah, okay, well, I got a friend of mine whose father was a Sparky, and he says to me, Grant, I was my father's first big shock.
I can relate to that.
Dear. Shimmer Johnson is joining us. Nice to have you back, Shimmer, it really is. Peter Hoffman! Oh, there we go. There's another member of the Heartland Roots Band in the house. Nice to have you on board, Pete. It really, really is. And we'll wrap this up right now, but please, guys, don't go anywhere just yet.
Galaxy
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. I got to let you know that Nick Blues has just said, see you at the BCMA Fan Fest.
Yes,
in July.
Yes.
There you go, believe me, and we're live. We're not a podcast. We can actually get away with this. That's the one thing I keep saying to every person that has a podcast. I'm better than you and you know it. There you go. Gentlemen, absolute pleasure to have you joining us again. Got to ask you though, anything new coming out in the near future?
Yes.
Oh, we have lots in store.
Yes, we've got a brand new single coming out on the 26th of this month. It's called Dead and Gone. Please, if you're on Spotify and things like that, please pre-save now. It means a lot to us.
Well,
Pre-save it now.
Now, I'm going to say to you, how about handing it through to us as well? We'll promote it because we are in every English-speaking country, and some that aren't. Don't get that one, but, you know, okay, I'll take it. But believe me, we have quite a following for you guys, and you're growing in momentum.
We'll send it on over. We'll definitely send it on over.
Nice. And will you subject yourself to this torture again?
Of course.
Oh, 100%.
Of course we will. It was not torturous at all. It was an absolute pleasure. But yeah, on top of that, we've got more singles coming out this summer as well, haven't we? We've got 2 more coming out this summer, the start of summer and the end of summer. And there will be an EP in between. We're not sure when the release date of that is, but it will just be
To
the
be
current,
confirmed.
yeah, the current singles that have been released. Maybe plus 1 or 2.
There might be a cheeky little extra. Maybe.
Cheeky little extra.
Cheeky.
Well,
Potentially.
I tell you what, if you do get a hard copy, how about sending me some and we'll do a WoodBurnt Red giveaway. What do you reckon?
That's absolutely ace.
And
100%.
we send stuff all around the world, literally, we really do. And we get a lot of people that are following you guys right now, especially with Redneck. The Hills is gaining in momentum, literally. You're up to 1,977 requests for that so far. But it is your latest song, and it is the release that we're doing today. So believe me, absolute pleasure to be able to bring that to the rest of the world, especially to the Noise. They love it. They really do. And they've let us know. In the meantime, guys, don't go anywhere. Such a pleasure to have you guys join us here. And I've got to say good morning.
Thank you so much for having us. And yeah, please, if you don't follow us, check us out on social media. Just search WoodBurnt Red and we'll be right up there on the top search.
There you go. Absolutely fantastic. In the meantime, let's go out with a bit of mud.